Good evening, and thank you for joining us. It's Tuesday night, 7 p.m., and this is Nerd Cave Show. And we are right here.
Show. We don't have a jingle, do we?
He's got such a pretty voice, doesn't he? You know, Ray and I used to sing in a choir together back in junior high school.
And so he didn't say we sang good, just we sang.
No, we sang together. I'm not saying it was great, but you know. So I'm going to put Ray up here on the camera so he can talk to you. And I'm going to see you here again in a couple minutes. But welcome to Nerd Cave
you ain't
Show.
going
Thanks
nowhere.
for tuning in.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another wonderful, crazy, somewhat interesting Nerd Cave Show.
Yeah. You know.
How you doing? Yes, we did sing together. I don't know how that came up, but
You started singing and, you know.
yeah, you just kind of went with it. So we have our happy juice, and we have lots to talk about. We got quite a few people in the chat already. Mandy, hello, peeps.
Andy. Hi, Mandy.
Retro.
Hi, Retro.
Yeah, Retro is like, don't worry, I'm here.
Yeah, right. You weren't here with it. Yeah. We noticed you were not here
Retro
last
is
week.
here. The party may
You were here
begin.
a little bit.
Good evening and welcome to another wonderful, Nerd Cave show. We got Happy Juice, and I'm starting to level out from a very interesting past week. But
It has been that.
oh, it has been that. It has very much been that. We've had so much has gone on. We have Oscars. I've had a major letdown, which we will get into later, and so much. Yeah, Happy Juice is very clear. No, it is. Well, I mean,
it's pretty clear.
It's pretty clear, but typically Happy Juice is it's just a brownish tint of happiness.
Brownish tint.
Actually, this one is, though. This one's not nearly as dark as some of the other ones, but this is the ones we had before. This is Happy Juice we had before. It is the
Teeling?
It's Irish whiskey Irish whiskey that it's aged in wine casks. So it's got like a little bit of a sweetness to it. It's a little bit different, but it's really, really good.
It's almost like there's a hint of wine in it. It's pretty, it's not bad. You know,
It's unique. It's very unique. So,
very unique.
yeah. I think we need to get into things. We got a lot to discuss tonight. So I'll be missing some of you guys' chat for a little bit because I had to pull up a lot of pages.
But don't worry, I'll be interrupting and reading.
Oh, there you go. Good. So first thing we got to talk about is Oscars. And Oscars came and went. Another year, another happy thing. And
Oscar, where'd you go?
Yeah, really. Not Oscar the Grouch. Oscars. So Joaquin Phoenix did get a performance by an actor in a leading role
As
for
he
Joker.
should have.
Oh, that was such a good movie.
That was an awesome
That was
movie.
a really good movie.
That was the greatest movie of all time. I'm just going to say it.
I'm not going to go that far.
I am.
But I
Beard
do admit
stamp
it's a
of
very,
approval.
very good movie, and I kind of expected. I mean, he were up a lot about. He was up against a couple other really good movies, but I'm glad he won that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what else did he win? Let's see, we had performer by an actor in supporting role. That was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which was Brad Pitt.
Yep.
Which I don't even think I've seen that movie yet, which is kind of a shame.
I haven't.
Kind of a shame.
I don't get to watch a whole lot of movies until they've been out for a while. But
Yeah. Let's see here. What was the other one that he got? Best animation feature of the feature film of the year, Toy Story 4. I have yet to see it, but my kids love that movie. They have seen it. My son has got it on constant repeat now that I believe it's hit Disney Plus. So, yeah.
has it? I'm gonna have to watch it then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull that up. Let's see here. Achievement in Cinematography, 1917. I still need to see that movie. Everybody has said that is an amazing movie. I really, really want to see it, but I kind of held out, and I only had time to see one movie this past month. So, and I'm going to get more into that here in a little bit. Let's see here. Achievement in Directing, Parasite. That one kind of surprised a lot of people, but I really want to see this movie because that's the Korean movie.
Mm-hmm. It's a horror flick. Yeah.
And so I really want to kind of see this because from everybody says it's a phenomenal movie. Let's see here. Achievement in film editing, Ford versus Ferrari. Now, that's one movie I did go out to go see, and I enjoyed that movie a lot.
Did you?
Then again, I'm also...
You're a car guy.
I'm kind of a car guy. I was raised around cars, so when it comes to like Fords or big V8s, I'm not a huge fan of them, but I respect them. I love the good sound of a good V8. So watching the story of the Ford F1, the Ford GT40, and Carroll Shelby story, that I love that movie. Yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm waiting to see if I can get it on streaming. Best International Feature Film of the Year, Parasite. They got that one too. Like they came out of nowhere and got a couple of awards, and kudos to them. Let's see here. Achievement in Music Written for Motion Pictures, Joker.
Yes.
And that was really good. That one, and that was a difficult one because there was a couple of 1917 was in there.
Oh yeah.
And Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. But yeah, Joker was.
I still need to see Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
I've failed.
Yeah, Retro Goes Toy Story 4 was actually really good, and it really was. Or so I was told by my kids. I still need to see it. Let's see here. Best Motion Picture of the Year, and this one blew everybody away. That one was Parasite.
I've heard so many good things about it that doesn't really surprise me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Let's see here. Ford versus Ferrari got achievement in sound editing. Yes, I thought everything sound was pretty well done. Achievement in sound mixing was 1917. Like I said, achievement in visual effects was 1917, which I assumed they would because that's a movie that is going to require VFX to make it look like there wasn't any VFX. So, yeah, adapted screenplay. And this one I'm really glad to see was Jojo Rabbit, which was Taika Waititi's album or movie. And I still need to see it. I really wanted to see it, but there was two movies that I really had time to see, and there was kind of one out. But eventually I am going to see it. And original screenplay was Parasite again. Like, Parasite
sounds like
won.
Parasite kind of cleaned up.
Though they cleaned house. What was really amazing, and if you guys, a lot of guys don't notice, Netflix had a lot of nominations, and they didn't get anything.
Netflix has kind of stepped it up a little. I'm not going to say that they're like hitting anything out of the park, but they are getting better. I think they're learning.
Honestly, no, well, here's the thing. Netflix is working towards becoming their own production house. Everybody's known that for some time. But they've had to work their way through because it is a major financial investment to get to that point.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that being said, if you guys really look at what Netflix does, Netflix is very picky about what goes on their platform. And I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
If you look, like, they have a fraction, and I can't remember the numbers. We reported this probably about a year and a half ago. Netflix has a small percentage compared to what like Amazon has. Amazon has a ton of movies on it for streaming. Netflix has a small percent. I think they have like 20 or 30% of the titles compared to Amazon. But the number of top rated movies, their percentage is higher than Amazon. So while everybody else is trying to go with, we've got the most amount of movies, Netflix has been focusing on the quality of movies. And when
quality
it comes to
over quantity.
Exactly. And if you really look at their films, you can kind of agree. It's like even the shows they have, Altered Carbon is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal show. The Altered Carbon 2 trailer got dropped.
Right.
We're diverting from. We're okay. We get back to Oscars. I'll get back into this.
Retro's going to watch Joker this week. Says his wife doesn't care, so he can watch it without her. Ford versus Ferrari in 1917 are on his list. So
Ford versus Ferrari is a very great movie to go see. I went and saw that in the movie theaters. Joker's another one I went and saw in the theaters. I need to go see it again.
I wish I would have seen Joker. Is Joker still in the theaters anywhere?
I don't think it is anymore, but it should be hitting streaming here soon.
Well, we rented it. That was Joker.
1917 is still in the theaters though, and I don't know about Ford versus Ferrari.
Off of that subject though, has anyone seen Dr. Sleep?
Don't know what that is.
Dr. Sleep is the sequel. Someone made basically a sequel to The Shining.
Oh, okay.
And it could be a standalone movie. I mean, Ewan McGregor plays Danny Torrance.
Yeah.
Danny Torrance was a kid, in The Shining. He kind of has to take on. They brought in and they brought their own kind of energy vampires into it.
Yeah.
They were like the ghosts that were in the hotel that kept trying to kill little Danny. But these were like actual people that were.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. It was done. I thought it was done really well. I mean,
Okay,
but it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Well, there's one thing I wanted to get into, and before we get too far, and I'm gonna get into those other movies here in a minute.
Yep.
But staying on the Oscars, I want to talk about this because a lot of people miss this, and this was freaking awesome.
This was.
So there was a little comment after the award ceremony, and it was given by Taika Watiti. Now, mind you, there's been a lot of people complaining about this, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious. But there's been a common thread, and he basically said something to slam Apple. And essentially what he said was this. And if anybody, current Mac users that have current Macs, you'll completely understand. And I've dealt with some people that had. Apple has an issue that they're trying to ignore because it looks prettier this way, and they need to fix it. It goes, Apple needs to fix those keyboards. They're impossible to write on. They've gotten worse. It makes me want to go back to PCs because PC keyboards, the bounce back for your fingers is way better. Hands up to who still uses a PC. You know what I'm talking about? It's a way better keyboard. Those Apple keyboards are horrendous.
That's an awesome.
Yeah, he continues to go and goes, I've got some shoulder problems. I've got OOS, which is occupational overuse syndrome, a term used in New Zealand for RSI, rheumatoid. I can't remember what that stands for. I don't know what you call it over here. This sort of thing here, gestures to arm, that tendon which goes down your forearm down to your thumb. You know what I'm talking about. If you guys are ever writing and what happens is you open the laptop and you're like this, makes uncomfortable hunched over laptop pose. We've just got to fix those keyboards. The WGA needs to step in and actually do something. Yeah, you're having the people on the red carpet trying to get you to pay attention, Apple. Just hearing the complaints from your regular users isn't enough. But when the red carpet talks, maybe you'll actually listen to somebody. Your keyboards are garbage. I'm not going to talk about the rest of the Macs, the MacBook. Okay, I'm not going to get into it because I'm more of a PC person. But everybody
That's an entirely separate show. I mean,
yeah. But here's the thing: you went to a cheaper design that looks good. It wasn't about functionality. It wasn't about quality. It was this will make us more money and it looks pretty. You failed at designing a keyboard. End of discussion. The red carpet is even saying so. And you're going to lose people if you don't stop being stupid and fix it. But yeah,
I mean,
no, it's like Mac's been, if you guys notice, they've kind of been showing off the new butterfly design, but it still doesn't have a lot of people happy. Time will tell, but it's Apple. It's like, no, we did this and we're sticking to it. And they just got this pompous attitude that they can do no wrong. But it's like, you know what? You need to actually listen to people and not the people designing stuff because pretty isn't always better. Because sometimes pretty can be pretty damn ugly. Just look at me. Anyway. Let's see here. Retro goes, my wife gets us free studio movie. Oh, there you go.
Right? That's a perk. Free studio movie tickets. Nice.
Sonic was another movie, and I'm thinking about taking my kids to see Sonic, but my daughter's like ho-hum on it. So, but I really want to go see it because this is like the first movie we got to see Jim Carrey in, isn't it?
Yeah. This is like in a minute.
Yeah, and not only that, but there's rumors of him wanting to do another Mask movie. I'm like,
I've heard of such rumors. I'm hopeful, but I'm.
Yes.
You can see the vein popping out in his forehead there. You can tell he's excited.
Another Mask movie. Jim Carrey took a break for many years. He was just like, I'm done with it. I'm gonna go do some weird painting where I'm painting in a canvas that's as big as my house, and he did that for years, and he was a happy guy. And he's come back, and now, like I said, I'm gonna go see him. I want to go see him in Sonic because I just really think. I really want to see him in the movies. I really miss seeing Jim Carrey. I mean, who doesn't remember seeing Jim Carrey in what was it? What was the? Oh, geez, I just drew a complete blank. What's the television series that he was on for years?
In Living Color.
And was it in Living Color? Wasn't he on something else too? Yeah, in Living Color is where he did the Vanilla Ice spoof and a few other things. Oh, that was so hilarious. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. It was great. Yeah, another Mask movie, as long as it's not like 2 and 3. Yeah, where they actually brought in Loki, and because the mask was one of Loki's masks. Yeah,
I think they need to reboot it and go back to making like this is actually Mask 2. I think they need to do that. It was
like they did with the Halloween franchise.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what you need to do. You need to come out and have somebody mention the other. No, that was made up stuff.
Oh, he's very vocal. If you follow him on, like, I catch a few of his tweets on Twitter, and he can be pretty vocal. I mean, he's. You know what? I don't want to go into political affiliation.
Yeah, no,
we avoid political stuff.
We get political enough on other platforms.
Exactly. But. Yeah, no, I really right now I know it's just a rumor, but I think what it was is he was like he would entertain the idea of doing a mask, which I know there are some bean counters somewhere going yes. There's some movie exec out there. Get a script now.
Talk to him. Get his agent on the phone.
Yeah. We don't have a script yet, but we want you a part of this project. But he's gonna. I hope he is one of those people that's gonna look and goes, okay, when you have a script, bring it to me. I really hope he's one of those people, because there's a couple of those actors that are like, they won't sign on unless it's like they're not gonna sign on unless they actually like what you're doing. I have to believe that Sonic was that way. One thing I do like is how Sonic. With Sonic, and this is why I want to go see it, we freaking cyberbullied them into redoing that movie. We literally cyberbullied them into taking the movie back and like, all right, guys, don't hurt us. We're going to fix this. We'll redo the CGI.
We heard you. We're getting it.
Yeah, don't hurt us. We'll make Sonic better. We promise. Just don't hurt us, guys. We cyberbullied them into doing that, and it's like, okay, the fact that we made them turn tail and meet our demands, it kind of is like, all right, I have to pay for I have to go to the movies and watch it now. It's kind of an obligation at this point.
It's like we owe it to them.
Oh man, it's so freaking awesome. I can't wait to. I really want. Like I said, I'm gonna go see this movie so bad. I don't know when I'm going to have time to go see it. I'm hoping I can convince my own kiddos to go see the movie this weekend. So that's going to be probably my next big project, to go see that. Oh, for those of you guys who don't know, I've had a few people ask about my gaming stuff. I created a separate channel for that. So if you guys look at here on my AudioCraZ page, there is a AudioCraZ Gaming, AUDIOCRAZ space gaming. I don't have a links to it on the website yet. I'm going to get to that. I'm actually going to make that up. I haven't been posting anything. It's actually gotten quite a few video hits. Not a whole lot. Like, I posted them. I posted a couple links on Facebook, and that was about it. But if you want to, go subscribe to it. If not, well, don't worry about it. Right now, current stuff has been me and my daughter trying out games. In games we've played in the past. I found an old video and I edited it.
That goat game that you guys were playing was
great.
The
Goat of Duty, I've played it like 2 times
now. That's on Steam, right?
It's on Steam. It was $10.
It was $10. Okay, not too bad.
It was the Go to Do. And anybody find me on Steam, hit me up. I'll gladly play with you. Several of the game modes are okay, but that whole push people off.
Oh, that was awesome.
We played like 45 minutes of everything else. As soon as we found that, we played almost like an hour and a half of Fusfo Arena, and we had just the most amazing time. We added a couple of bots. And then after adding the bots, people would join in on the game online, and we would have actual players. So Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
There was a couple of times when my daughter was starting to get frustrated because I was like kicking her butt. So I eased back. And I was like, you'll see it kind of in the videos. I tried to hide some of it, but I was like, I'd see her and turn away and try to hunt down the other person because I didn't want my daughter angry at me. It's my little girl. I can't do that to her. It's just mean. So, all right. I think we need to do Cave Jam time.
We do.
Is it
It
Cave
is
Jam
time for Cave Jam.
Cave Jam.
And here
Cave Jam
is.
tonight is this wonderful thing. If you guys can't see it, here we go. This is the Eagle Tech. I got the number right here.
Folks,
the KG010. This is
link.
the mechanical clicky with the blue backlights because, as you guys know,
with
I
that
like blue.
finger bounce back that somebody was just talking about.
Oh yeah, these are.
There's the link, folks, in the chat right there.
Link to the chat. Thank you. This has actually become one of my favorite budget keyboards. Mostly because if you guys can hear this,
That's got some nice click to it.
it
Very
it
clicky.
uses the blue mechanical switches. Now these are not. What do they call them? Geez, I just had them. They are not the really big brand. These are the little bit cheaper blues.
Okay, all right. Cherry MX Blue equivalent.
Yeah,
is
they're
what
cherry.
They are.
Okay, these are not cherry MX blues. So let's get that out of the way right now. These
They are the equivalent. They're not.
I can't.
yeah.
I think the name starts with an O.
It's not on the information that I'm seeing.
No, it's not on there.
But it's
I had to hunt down the information.
It seems like a really decent keyboard.
It really is. There are mechanical switches. They're very nice. I've been using these like crazy. Actually, this is the second keyboard I have. And if anything, I am a big mechanical keyboard person.
Absolutely.
So whenever I have a keyboard, it's got to.
Have you guys seen our first skit video?
Oh, that's got the old keyboard. Which,
Yeah, you guys search back in the archives, man. It's a great video.
Yeah, it is. It used to be on the wall, but it fell off the wall. It was too heavy.
It went bye-bye.
The double-sided adhesive that I had used couldn't hold up to its beefiness.
It was.
Beefiness.
Never mind.
You were going to go girth, weren't you?
I was going to say something that I shouldn't say.
But I'm going to say this. This keyboard does not have any flex whatsoever. It does have a plastic, PVC kind of plastic base, but the top is all brushed aluminum. That's why I love this. And it comes in several different models. The blue one I have is like $40, $39.99. You can get one. It's $2 cheaper to get one without the LEDs in it. I'm going to say this, because I use a black keyboard in a dark room.
LEDs are kind of.
It's mandatory.
Yeah.
I actually, this keyboard here that I'm showing you is actually the original black version with non-light up. And I'm going to tell you, after a while, I couldn't use it. Not the fact that the keyboard sucks, it's the fact I couldn't see the keys in the dark. Because if you have a beige one, you can look down and kind of see the keys. Sometimes you're trying to hunt for like which F key or whatever, and they're pretty well in good place. But sometimes you want to look down and see what key is where. And like I'm trying to hit, Alt F2 or something like that. The blue backlight really makes it easy. Overall, I love this keyboard. I really do. Like I said, I have tried to flex this thing.
Now that's a USB keyboard, right?
It is a USB keyboard. You really can't get a PS2 anymore. So it is a USB keyboard. The backlight versions come. That's the silver and white version right there on the screen.
Nice.
That one's really nice. They actually make one with LED. They have an RGB version. They have. They've got several different versions. Let's see here. The non-backlight is $37.99, $39.99. Pay the $2, get the blue LEDs.
Absolutely.
The RGB, which I believe is, I can't remember if it's control or not, is $50. So it's $10 more.
That's not bad.
And
Really?
$37.99 or $51.99 for the silver and white.
Now, Retro says the white one would be nice with his black, white, and blue theme. Yeah, I could see how that would work.
I could see that working too.
Yeah.
Or what you can do is you can get the RGB one and just turn on the white lights.
Now, Retro also says that his Windows 98 computer has an original mechanical keyboard.
Yeah, it's kind of like a baby. Or no, what was it? What did I?
You call that one Excalibur?
No, I didn't call it Excalibur.
No, I thought you did.
No. But that keyboard is. Unfortunately, I missed that keyboard, but it's up somewhere. I've got it put up somewhere safe.
Yeah.
I can't get, even though it's dead, I can't get rid of it. I
No,
love
no.
that keyboard.
You need to immortalize that.
Yeah, it's one of those keyboards, and I'm trying to find a replacement one. There are manufacturers that make them, but they're getting closer to like $100-$150 for just a basic mechanical keyboard. And if you guys don't know, I don't like spending a lot of money on parts that I can't justify it. So that's why, like, when I found this for $40, like most other mechanical with LED lights keyboards are getting at like $70 to $100. This one for $40 has been. I love this keyboard. I really do. And that's kind of why I made it a Cave Jam today. Is just like, you know what? I really enjoyed this keyboard. This is I have 2 of them now, and
I need one.
You really do. They're $40. Link on Amazon. Check them out. And the nice thing is if the keys ever get messed up, you can. There's a tool you can buy, and you can order replacement switches.
Nice.
So you can actually put reds in here. And if you guys want to know why they call them blues, blues are there's different types of keys you can get: browns, reds, blues, and a few other colors I can't remember. Browns, reds, and blues are the most common. And the major difference is, like, I think reds are mechanical without the click.
Oh,
Browns take. There's also ones with different, like they actually have them rated with how much spring tension's in them.
Oh, okay.
Some people, when they make their keyboards, their WSAD will have a higher tension, so they're harder to press because those are the keys they use the most. But everything else, because it's a farther reach, and it takes more energy to reach out further with your fingers, they will put those on a lighter spring tension. So there's some people that, like, if you go out there and start getting into it, and I've looked, and it's just like, oh, I can so do that. You know, you'll wind up spending hundreds of dollars just building your own custom keyboard. But you can make every key switch, and you can get custom keycaps too. Keycaps are these things right here that actually have the silk screening. There's people that make custom 3D printed keycaps.
Retro says, I think I'm selling my Razer Omada RGB combo and buy one of these. I really like it. I can't blame you. It's a good keyboard.
It's really good. And honestly, I really like Razer, but I'm not a big fan of their software. Like, I've got a Razer mouse here, and this laptop mouse has been great, but I don't care for the software and the constant updating it has to do. That bugs me. It's like, it's a mouse, and I just leave it at default settings. I think overall the mouse is great. The DPI is absolutely wonderful, and I've used it just about on every surface. But like I said, as you know, my favorite mouse is the Corsair Pro.
Yeah.
And that's the one I have multiple of, and I even have a spare because they're like $20 and an insane DPI, and I use the crap out of them. But like I said, EagleTech KG010 mechanical keyboard.
Link in the chat if you guys want to check it out.
On Amazon. Like I said, $40. Can't go bad. And especially if you're a gamer. If you guys ever watch any of my streams, you'll hear
click, 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 click.
This going on in the background. That's me.
Absolutely.
That's my keyboard. And it makes a happy. Just listen.
The Foley artist in me is loving it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And that's the other thing. It's like with these keyboards, there's no software for them. You plug them in and they work.
Nice.
The blue one, there's no software. The blues are just on. I think there's some hotkeys that dim it. I'm not sure. I never do. I just leave it as is. It's nice blue. It matches the rest of the blue on my computer and everything else. I'm happy. All right. That one done.
That one done.
Where are we at? Oh, okay. So, continuing on with gaming, I need a drink before we get into this.
Here's the big one.
Oh, this is a painful one for me. I'm not going to lie. This is... Oh, I'm coughing. I need a little bit more. Happy Jews, do your magic, because I need the help. All right. For those of you guys who don't know, there's a couple of retro games. And it hurts me to call them retro games because I remember when these came out. But there's a couple of games that are very near and dear to my heart. And anytime I hear anything about them, I get giddy.
Yep.
I really do.
Absolutely
And
does.
one of them
really
is
does.
Blood. And
now, I don't have control of the camera, but if you look up over Audio's left shoulder, you can see the bottom of a box hanging on the wall.
Yeah.
Now, that is called the Blood Plasma Pack. that is sealed in the plastic audio.
Yes.
If you've watched the show, you've heard him talking about it. It's a really cool little piece of retro
I'm
gaming
the
memorabilia.
voice actor for Blood. I need to email him because I'm probably going, or I'm going to message him on Twitter. I'm going to see if I can mail that to him so he'll sign it for me. I literally refuse to open that. I want to leave it sealed and I want him to sign it. But that being said, there's one other game. There's actually quite a few, but these are the two that I actually had the copies of my disc to, and that is System Shock 2. And this is my original, bought brand new System Shock 2 disc with, I believe, version 1.0 on it. It says Windows 95, 98 CD-ROM. And I still whip this out from time to time and play it. I actually got a little clip, and I'm going to post it back. I'll post it on Facebook. I'll pull it. Yeah, I'll whip it out. I posted on Twitter, too. Because every time a version of System Shock has come out, even if I wind up not playing it, I still buy it. I am, like, compulsed to support the System Shock franchise.
Loyalty, folks. That's what it's called.
And when they re-released System Shock 2, like, I had already been playing it. I have a version from this disc that has been modified so it runs under Windows 10, sitting in a directory on my computer. But when it got released on Steam, I bought it.
Nice.
When System Shock Original and System Shock Enhanced got released, I bought it. I didn't need to. I didn't really find a need to, but the fact is I really wanted to support the effort because last year when I heard that, or not, was what, close to 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago,
I believe
there was, and hold on, don't put it up yet.
No, I'm not.
That they were working on System Shock 3. Now, I have some bad news to that because we hadn't heard anything in a while. Well, there was a report, and it's kind of unsubstantiated, but well, it kind of is. But as of yesterday, it has been reported that System Shock 3 development team is no longer employed. And well, let's go ahead and put it up. This was what we got to see before. This is what made me squishy in the pants.
It did. He was squishy.
I wanted to see this happen so bad, although that character model was a little upsetting. Overall, I was thoroughly looking forward to this. And a lot of this was...
It's very exciting. I mean, visually.
It really is. The fact that we're going to see Shodan trying to kill me, I was so looking forward to having cybernetic implants put into me, surgically implanted to me without my consent. I was so looking forward to that. But here's what happened. It's basically what it is. There was the website BGC, a basically anonymous poster claiming to be the former Other Side. No, basically what it was is Other Side was doing it. It was in conjunction with another company that owned it. Basically what it is Other Side is an anonymous poster claiming to be former Other Side developer posted on RPG Codex with the username KinKornKarn, stating that the only reason I'm posting is because I saw so much confusion about the state of the company and the project, I thought some first-person information would be welcome. I never suggested we're halfway done. Core systems are a great foundation for a game, but most of the work is content development, which we were critically behind in, both in real assets and tool support for an efficient pipeline. Was the failure of the project right? It's hard to say. If Starbreeze hadn't gone into crisis, I think we would have delivered something interesting with some fresh and innovative gameplay. But a much smaller game than what people were expecting, and inevitably disappointing for a sequel to such a beloved franchise.
That would be very disappointing. I mean,
very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. Those high expectations drove a lot of expensive experimentation. We were a small team and knew we couldn't compete with current immersive sims in production, quality, and breadth. So we had to be creative and clever and weird. And we were on our way to making something uniquely and possibly fun, but probably not what the audience was hungry for. When questioned by forum members, he goes, "Don't actually know what's going on, but the team is no longer employed there." Basically, they can't be, and they couldn't be any more specific without violating their NDA. Because unfortunately, the guys are under an NDA.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I'm really upset with this. Now, we don't know. Like I said, they've been trying to get a hold of this other side. Other side hasn't made any official response. Most of the stuff is still on their website, so I don't know. Go ahead and take this down. Go ahead and take this down.
It's too painful.
It's too painful. It's too painful. But I'm really upset about this because I was really looking forward to System Shock 3, but part of me is also like, if they were that far behind, there was also a... I don't know. I don't want this to be... I really hope someone picks this up, but I also don't want it to be like another Duke Nukem Forever. Where they're like, restart everything. I'm upset that we're not going to get a System Shock 3. From the sound of things, I don't think we would have been happy with it, but I don't know. Because we'll never see what they were working on, and they really didn't have much. They were basically still getting the fundamentals down. Game engine, production tools, stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff that wasn't there. They really didn't have. They probably didn't.
They were just working on the foundation. They hadn't even hit the first floor yet. So
I have a belief that most of that, if that was the case, the videos that they were showing were all like maybe 3D Studio Max of what they wanted to do.
Could very well be. That would make sense considering where he said that they were in the production end of it. So yeah.
But those of you guys who are interested, like me, and I really wish I can find more information. I tried doing a bunch of digging, but really there's nothing out there. I really hope Other Side continues on. Maybe they're going to get a different development team. I really hope this thing doesn't get shelved because this will always be one of my best memories. I really want to see another System Shock game. I really want, to be in a game where Shodan, violates me with cybernetic implants. It's kind of where I'm at with that. It's just like I was really looking forward to another game, but I mean, we are going to have Cyberpunk 2077. I've already pre-ordered that. That's one of the only games that I've pre-ordered because to me, I think it's worth it. I love that company. But as for System Shock 2, honestly, maybe we can talk to CD Projekt Red to take over Cyber. That would be a dream. That would be a wet dream.
There goes the vein in the forehead again, folks.
I can see that because they would put so much love and attention to it.
You can see it.
But those of you guys are curious, and like I said, we reported on it like a year and a half ago. I can't remember exactly when, and I've been
it's been a while, and you were very excited. I was
so
that.
excited. Oh, so excited! I'm really wanted to
see how excited he was. Still is. It's kind of sad though.
It's okay, Shodan. We still love you. And the funny thing is the Shodan. I noticed that the Shodan, like, there's been a lot of posts with the. If you guys ever noticed, there's a Shodan Twitter account. And I've been following it. And I've been commenting it from time to time, kind of bashing it, but
kind of bashing it.
No, really have. It's just because they would talk crap, and I'd talk crap back to it. They'd never respond back. It was kind of upsetting, but I get that a lot. But the whole point of I really want to see. I noticed, but as I was saying, that account seems to have stopped posting. So I need to check on that. I just thought of that. I was just like, the Twitter account. I noticed they haven't been posting in a while. So I don't know. System Shock 3 is on a hiatus, if not dead. And I hope it's not dead. I'm praying it's not dead. I really don't want it to be dead. I honestly think that could be one of the next great games. I really think that should be a game. They should wait until after Cyberpunk 2077 comes out because, which I'm assuming would have to anyway. But I really think that could be a very, very excellent game to play. And there's definitely some amazing ideas out there for multiplayer to really make it work. But
yeah.
Anyway. Where are we at?
We're at about 15.
Oh, we're doing good. We're
25 minutes or so. So maybe it's a candy challenge time.
Is it candy challenge? Yay!
I think
candy
it is.
Challenge. Candy challenge. Candy challenge. All right, tonight's candy challenge is dun 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 dark chocolate.
dark chocolate.
Well, it's actually okay. This is Ghirardelli, and I kind of picked this out because I have had Baker's chocolate before, because I didn't know that Baker's chocolate didn't come with sweetness, and yeah, chocolate flavored chocolate was not very good.
Chocolate flavored chocolate's not good.
So I was told we needed to try this. I'm hoping it's nothing like Baker's chocolate, because I love dark chocolate, but the more dark chocolate it gets, the more bitter it gets, and I could not stand Baker's chocolate.
Ghirardelli, intense dark.
So this is
Moonlight
92%, and this was the highest rated I could find. And I was already told by my daughter, Miss A, that we had to get this pack. There was a small package of this. She goes, "No, you're getting that because that way you can leave me some of those." And I was just like, "Yes, dear. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I will." So, that does not smell like normal chocolate.
Dark chocolate and whiskey.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, we hit this up.
So I'm not a big fan of the dark chocolate myself.
You're not a big fan of it? Okay, so this might be a little bit torturous.
This might be a little torturous for me. But I'm going to try it anyway. I'm going to just like we did the bugs.
Don't ruin the chocolate, man. All right,
let's try it. Let's go. Well, that's dark chocolate.
That is really,
That's dark chocolate, all right.
That is bitter. Yep, that reminds me of Baker's chocolate.
And that's it for that.
Oh, you done?
The happy juice is going to make my mouth happy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, no, not again.
Okay, I love dark chocolate. I don't love this. Oh.
Okay, now take a sip of the happy juice.
Does it help?
Ooh. Right?
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh.
I might need a little more happy juice before I head home.
You gonna take some of this home to Mandy?
Well, Mandy doesn't like dark chocolate.
That's why I said you want to take some home to Mandy.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Oh, that's bad.
It's bad, but when you pair it with the happy juice.
Oh, man, that is bitter. I mean, I'm not saying it as chocolate's bad. Just how can anybody consume? This is like Baker's chocolate, because there's very little to no sweetness in this thing.
But that would make a great cake.
This would cook well.
Oh, yes.
All
Put that in a little
crack it
chili.
open the second one. I can't do it.
No, I'm halfway through the first bar and I can't finish it.
Oh, that's a lot like Baker's chocolate. That is
No more happy juice. I'm all out.
Moonlight Mystique.
That's some mystery you can keep.
Oh, man. You put the link on that stuff?
Oh.
Anybody wants to try it or torture your friends? This would probably cook really well with stuff.
Oh, absolutely. It would be great. Like I said, you can make a cake with that. It would be absolutely delicious.
You know what this would probably taste good with?
What's that?
Like if you liked
there's a link in the chat,
dark
folks.
chocolate, you can throw this into a cup of hot cocoa.
Yes.
And add a little bit more sugar to it. I bet this would be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I got it.
Or melt it and dip some like strawberries in it.
No. Chili pepper.
Yes.
And hot cocoa with this, a cube of this. It'd make a dark chocolate. Oh, I gotta stop that. This is the stuff that keeps me chunky.
Chunky.
Happy chunky, though. All right, I need to cleanse the
Chunky
palate.
and happy.
Yeah, that's if somebody likes Baker's chocolate out there, here you go. I found the perfect thing for you.
Absolutely.
I bet you these are perfect to cook with. I am so doing a video with my daughter eating these.
Yes.
If you guys remember when we did the the candy challenge where we did the toxic waste?
Oh, the sour candies. Yes.
My daughter loves them.
Nice.
Oh, she's like, oh, these are good.
Oh yeah, one of my sons, he can eat them just like that also.
She popped one in her mouth, didn't even wince she just, oh, that's good. And she was like, she goes back to him. She's like, I'm gonna try this one now. I'm like, like I've kind of gotten used to them, but they still hit me. Like you pop in your mouth, they just hit you. Her, no. Yum yum.
Yum yum.
Little.
Like Mandy said, yeah, if you're gonna melt it, you mix it with some heavy cream.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are perfect for like you add these to things.
Absolutely, yeah.
I bet you.
It would be great for
I know
baking.
what these would be amazing on. S'mores.
Milk chocolate's better with s'mores.
No, you melt these over like a marshmallow, and it's
Maybe.
that was pretty. Yeah, those are baker's chocolate. I'm not
harsh.
eating this other one. Put
do
the
it.
other one in the bag.
Can't
I'm definitely getting a video of my daughter trying to eat one of these because I don't think she's gonna like these as much as she thinks she is.
Back in the package.
Yep. Mandy, he's bringing one home to you.
With the 99% cacao.
92.
92%.
92% cacao. Why are we
From
singing
bean
it?
to bar. Yeah, they're not kidding. Unsweetened chocolate, cocoa butter, sugar.
Oh, it does say unsweetened.
Absolutely, right on the back. See, when
That's
you're doing
the
a
hide
candy
it.
challenge with Ray, don't automatically assume he'll read.
I don't read. You're lucky if I find pictures and keep the colors in the lines. Quit being so demanding.
Uh-oh, Retro just ordered next week's candy challenge.
Oh, no.
Was it the things?
Okay, if you're ordering, you have to bring it to us
Yes.
and join in. I'm just telling you, you got to come on the show. Jesse should be back next week, too. He got busy at work, so Jesse will be back on the couch next week. So may have two of you guys here.
That was good. I'm going to switch back to the regular camera now. But
Okay.
yeah, that was pretty good. All right.
I'm still trying to get the bitterness off my tongue.
Yeah. That was pretty bitter. It would make a really, really good cooking or baking chocolate, though. I
It
think
really, really would.
that would make a really nice devil's food style cake. Just really thick chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Just add a little bit extra sugar to it and just bring that right back where it needs to be. All right.
See the
So, we got to talk about something. This is something very important.
this is wrong. I mean, it's just wrong.
Well-
Well, go ahead.
Here's the thing. If you guys don't know, the movie Birds of Prey came out. And it has not done very well at the box office.
Unfortunately, no.
So, the initial week, it only generated $33 million domestically, which they was short their estimated $50 to $55 million. Now they've gone through, and if you guys notice, before we went to the movies, or if you guys went, you saw Birds of Prey. Now, when you go to the movies, it's all labeled Harley Quinn Birds of Prey. Mostly because a lot of the people say it has a better SEO. And I'll agree with that.
Now, for those that don't know, SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization.
There you go. Basically, whenever people searching for stuff, they're not going to search for Birds of Prey. They're mostly going to search for Harley Quinn movie. So they want
Very
that to
true.
come up that way. So they've been getting everybody to kind of go in. The other thing is they said that basically they made a lot of mistakes in the presentation of the movie before the movie came out. And I'm going to have to agree with them.
This is to say the least, in all honesty. When Ray laid it out for me, I have to agree.
Yeah. So basically what it is they said that it was one of the best reviewed DC movies in recent years. If you look on Rotten Tomatoes, it has an 80% score. That is actually really good.
Yes.
I went and saw it. I thought it was a pretty good movie. Now, I'm going to get into my opinion of it after this point, but I want to talk about this. So, essentially what it is they basically made a lot of mistakes, which is good. They're learning from it. But they did bad marketing, bad trailers, and bad title decisions. Now, the marketing, we can understand they didn't do a whole lot of marketing, but when people say bad trailers, what do they mean? Well, essentially, if you look at it, you look at the trailers, it really didn't convey the movie. They kind of made it look a little campy. They kind of... If you watch the trailers and you watch the movie, you're like, this isn't kind of what they presented, and it really isn't. Harley Quinn's an R-rated movie, and it's very racy. They should have portrayed that, or at least had red band trailers. You guys know, especially with like Deadpool, they released red bands, which were cuss words and stuff in the movies they normally won't show on TV, but they can put it on YouTube and call it red band and say, hey, this is for adults. They didn't do that with Harley Quinn. Why? We don't know. They acknowledge now, hey, this was a mistake.
Whoops.
They the other problem they said is the one thing they made a mistake on, like I already touched on before, was they labeled it Harley Quinn, or they labeled it Birds of Prey, which makes sense. It's the beginning of the movie, but it's Harley Quinn and the Emancipation of Harley, or Birds of Prey
and the Emancipation
of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, because it's her finally breaking away from the Joker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the problem, oh, that's the wrong graphic. Oops. He's going to fix that. So it's the other one. But essentially what's going on is they realize that in order for most people, when they go to the movies, they're going to see Birds of Prey and they're like, wow, we don't really not sure what that is. But if, like, there's a lot of people that just go to the movies and see what the titles are. Well, if they had put it as Harley Quinn, Birds of Prey, which actually is the main character of the movie, so I can grant it that. Yes, there's other female actresses, but Harley Quinn is the most predominant predominant character, and she's also kind of telling the movie, the story through her perspective. So I can understand that, and why they didn't do that before, I don't know. But that makes a little sense to me. Let's see here. They never once. There's also, like, the trailers never, like, there's a bunch of absurdity in the movie that they never ever really went into, and in the trailers, and they really should have leaned on that in the films, because I think I watched a couple of trailers, but I was just like, I'm gonna go see it no matter what, because it's a Harley Quinn movie. I need to see what this movie's about. Honestly, because of Harley Quinn is the reason why I went and saw it. If you guys know, I have a thing for Harley Quinn, and I probably shouldn't have said that, but that's okay. I've already told a few women if they ever dressed up as Harley Quinn, I probably would be kissing their ankles.
That is the way.
There's nothing it'd be creepy, and I'd be okay with it.
And
they would have to decide whether they're okay with that. I don't care, because you dress as Harley Quinn, and that's your fault. Well, actually, it'd be my fault. I'm not gonna lie and say that, but. Just warning you now. Dress as Harley Quinn. I'll send you random messages, not absurd ones. I'll just be like a dude, and so, and I've done that actually. I've had a few people like they posted pictures of Harley Quinn, and I was like, dude, you look amazing, or hey. No. What were some of the comic ones? There's a couple of them. They're just friends of mine, but it's just like, you dress as Harley Quinn. That's a mistake, because now you gotta. And it's nothing. I don't ever send anything bad. I'll never say, "Hey, you look hot" or something like that. It's just like, "Wow, you look amazing!" Ah! And then all of a sudden they're like, "Why are you messaging me now?" It's like, because you dress as Harley Quinn. It's your fault. But yeah, they made a lot of mistakes. They made a lot of mistakes in presenting the film. I went and saw it. I thought it was pretty good. Let's get past this stuff. And this is where I really want to see what you guys talk about it. Let's see, sir. Next week, I'm coming as Harley Quinn. Dude, if you come as Harley Quinn, it would be really awkward for both of us. I'm just saying.
No, please. It would be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
I don't think you
Hilarity would ensue.
Yeah, Retro, I don't think you could pull off the Harley Quinn, because
no, you're
could.
not. Absolutely.
No, he doesn't have a long enough hair, and I don't.
It's okay.
It depends. Can you pull off the booty shorts? That's Retro. Just tell me now. I want to know. Can you pull off the booty shorts?
I'm waiting for an answer. I'm watching the screen.
But here's my thoughts on the movie, and I want to go into this because I went and saw it. I enjoyed it. I'm probably going to go see it again, but I thought. I got to pull this up. I got to pull it because I am horrible with names, and I apologize. I really suck at this. Let's see, Birds of Prey. Here we go. Because it got, let's see here. It got an 80% Tatometer and an 80% audience score. That is very good. You guys need to go. That's Rotten Tomatoes. All right, so Margot Robbie, amazing job with Harley Quinn. I think she just freaking nailed it. There's only so much you can do as a live actor that you cannot do that the comic books do. If that makes any sense. I don't make any sense all the times. But I think her portrayal, and I said this to somebody else, that whole scene, when you guys go see it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. When did she had time to go change her shoes? Spot on, perfect. I laughed so hard on that scene alone. And it made so much sense to me. I think Margot Robbie did an amazing job as Harley Quinn. I think this time we got a Harley Quinn that I was really happy to see. The previous movie with, which this is kind of a pseudo sequel to, of what was the last one? Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think she did a lot more phenomenal job, and I really love the job she did. And honestly, I read the comics where Harley Quinn had broke up and Joker broke up, and no problem, no joke. In the comics, after short while afterwards, she bangs Robin. It's Nightwing. So if you haven't read the comics, that alone should get you to read them. Anyway. Or no, it wasn't a comic. It was a movie. It's on Netflix, I believe. Go watch it. It's on Netflix. It's definitely worth a watch. But I think Margot Robbie did a phenomenal job of doing Harley Quinn. I think she pulled it off perfectly. And there's a certain characteristic of just flipping to insane, but still showing that you have some point of sensibility, but you're still completely and absolutely out of your mind. She rode that line perfectly. I think she did an amazing job. Now, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who played Helena or Bertinelli or Huntress.
Okay.
This is where a lot of people are going to be upset with me. I'm not going to lie. I did not like her character. Here's why. Now, I don't know about the Huntress in the comic books. I'm not portraying Huntress in the comic books. I thought she was a bit too whiny. I thought she was not as strong as she should have been.
Okay.
I really believe with the Huntress, she should have been. None of the female characters other than Harley Quinn came off as strong-charactered, strong-willed. Too many of them felt a little bit too wishy-washy to me. Yes, they were being that whole portrayal of a woman in a man's world. I understand that, but I have met women. I know women. You tell them they can't do something, and they'll look in your eye and tell you, I don't know who the hell you think you are. I know women that I think would have pulled off a better Huntress because they would have had that stone cold, I don't care. This is what I'm doing. I really think that they should have portrayed, and I'm not going to say that she did a bad job acting. I'm not really saying that. I think Huntress was badly designed.
Okay, so it's more of a Jared Leto's Joker kind of a thing?
Yes, I believe they wrote a bad character for her. I honestly believe you cannot sit there and tell me somebody who's had a hard edge on wanting to seek revenge, who's trained with assassins since a child to be a ruthless assassin, becomes so wishy-washy. And
now, wait a minute.
What do you mean? I'm giving away too much, and I'm trying not to. But go ahead.
No, I hear what you're saying, but character-wise, we're just talking about character. Now, I admit I'm not a big comic reader with where these characters are concerned, but Huntress came from the Arrow comic series, and I don't know about the comics themselves. I'm really just familiar with the television show. That Huntress was more of a loony bin kind of. She was obsessed with Arrow, and that's why she took on the persona of.
I think that's
Huntress.
more of that show.
Oh, is it? Okay.
There's been so many different. Remember, there was so many ways they could have portrayed this. Here's my thought with this movie to make it. I think would have been a little bit better is. I think Harley Quinn and Huntress should have been clashing a little bit more. Harley Quinn is the chaotic one.
Right.
Huntress, honestly, I could have seen better as she is the calculating, precise assassin.
The stone cold. Okay, I got you. All right.
I believe that is the role. I think it would have been so much better if she would have been whatever, this is my job and this is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I believe that Huntress should have been more, not really ruthless. I really think they could have, just that she was more calculating. You got to remember, she's trying to go after these people. So she is trying to methodically think out, how do I get to these people? How do I assassinate them? How do I, how do I seek my revenge? Everything has been something she has been calculating and trying to figure out most of her life. She has been training for this. She has been she's been training with assassins, perfecting her craft. All of a sudden, she's wishy-washy towards the end. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
I think Huntress should have been the complete polar opposite. You would have some calculating person and the complete chaotic Harley Quinn, and then you have, not Siren. Jeez, why am I forgetting this one? Then you have Black Canary, was Miss Lance. I think she's kind of in the middle between. So is Rosie Perez's character, Montoya.
Okay.
And I thought Ella J. Basco did a good job with Cassandra Cain. I think her character is pretty good. But, I mean, she was trying to play, she's playing the role of a kid. And I think she did a phenomenal job. I think she really did. Rosie Perez's character, I was kind of like, I think they tried to play that. I don't know. She didn't come off as a cop to me.
Oh, okay.
But maybe it's just the way they portray it. I don't know. It's just, I think they could have wrote a role better for Mary Elizabeth Winstead. And I'm not blaming her. I think she probably portrayed the role well. I don't think they wrote her a good role. I think, to be perfectly honest, Huntress should have been, for this movie, and like I said, I don't know about what her character is in the comic books. I am not voicing on this. I just really didn't like the way her character was portrayed in this movie. I thought once she got around other women, all of a sudden she just kind of like, I really don't know about myself. And it was just like, I really think that should have been something that slowly would have been developed over time as she adapted to other people.
Right.
But being as she's an assassin, I'm sorry, you have to be cold and calculating and know the people you're going after. You're focused on one thing. If someone calls you by a different name, you're like, I don't care. That's not part of my task. That's not part of my job. I really think Huntress could have been wrote better. I really do. I think they were trying to play too much on that comedy aspect, and there was enough Harley Quinn in that to do that, plus the other characters. I really think that Huntress should have been that one assassin role. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I like that. I think a cold, calculating female character who's intelligent and deadly, I find that very entertaining.
Okay.
And I really think that should have been part of that role. I honestly believe that I did not like her character in many points, and I think she should. My honest opinion, she should have been a complete polar opposite to Harley Quinn. I'm putting that out there. That's my opinion on it. I think she should have been more sure of herself. She should have been. She joins up with this party not because she's trying to do the woman thing, but she knows it's right. She's a cold assassin, but she's also guided. She's still a decent human being, and there's still that right and wrong in there. She's only the reason why she's seeking revenge because that's, in her mind, what's right.
Right.
So, and these guys are evil, part of the evil criminal crime lords. So that's why she's going out and assassinating them. So I really do hope to see another Birds of Prey, but I really, really, I don't know. I don't think we will with the numbers don't come up. If you guys haven't seen it, go see Birds of Prey. I enjoyed the movie. I really, really did. I think Margot Robbie's portrayal of Harley Quinn was phenomenal. I'm putting that out there. There's going to be a lot of other people that say no, but I think it was pretty good. Especially the beginning part. Oh my gosh, it was so great. Just her massive craziness. Go see it. Go see the Heart of Birds of Prey. That's all I'm saying. Go see it. You'll understand what I'm talking about with Huntress. That was, to me, was the weakest character out of all of them. I think second weakest would be what's her name that portrayed the cop, detective. Sorry, did not mean to say cop. She was a detective, Detective Montoya. And I really think it's a great movie. You really need to go see it. Go see it. We need to see more of these because I really, really enjoyed it. It could have been better, but no movie's perfect. No movie's perfect. So where are we at on time?
We are 5 minutes over.
We're 5 minutes over. So, all right, we need to call that quits. So, anyway, dudes, hey, people, we love you. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope to see you guys soon. We'll be here back next week, next Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific. We'll be here, me and the beard. We may be company. I know Jesse's going to be back on the couch next week. We may have...
Retro says he's going to be here with some candy.
Retro, yes. And don't forget, Harley Quinn booty shorts. You said so. You're going to be here with him.
You got yourself into it, Retro.
I'm holding it to you. You can have the shirt that says, Daddy, what is it, Daddy's Little Monster?
Daddy's Little Monster.
Yeah, you're going to be Daddy's Little Monster. I'm just telling you right now. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. We love you guys. We'll see you guys next week.
See you later.